What is 3D house printing? You might be asking yourself. Well, in this presentation, I'm going to be talking about 3D house printing. So, what are some current use in 3D house printing? You might be asking yourself, what is 3D house printing? Well, 3D house printing is when a construction company uses a huge 3D printer to print out houses structure like this in the picture. So 3D house printing uses more locally sourced material to build the built structures than traditional method. That is why it's also way faster and way cheaper to build the houses too. There are many projects in New York and other cities of 3D house printing. So you might be asking yourself, what are some security aspects of 3D houses printing? Well, a team from Rutgers University and Georgia Tech came up with 3 ways to tell if your 3D printer has been hacked. Well, the first one is acoustic sound. Acoustic sound means they have a recorder next to the 3D printer and they listen to the sound make when the 3D printer is printing. If the sound is different for the project, then the 3D printer has likely been hacked. Another method they came up with is component tracking. Component tracking is when they place a tracker on a 3D printer head and track its movement. If the movement are different for the same project, your printer is likely been hacked. The last way they came up with is implementing nanoparticles, which mean they put nanoparticles in the materials used for the printer, and if the nanoparticles have been altered anyway, someone hacked your printer or someone swapped out the material used for the printing process. So, what are some ethical and social implications of 3D house printing? Well, if a company built a houses, right, and the houses collapse, who is fault? Is it for the craftsmanship? Is it the company building the structures or the 3D printer manufacturer themselves? Other thing might be copyright laws. What if someone copy the structural design? How will that be disputed in the court of law? And what about licensing fee? Do you have to pay a licensing fee to the 3D printer manufacturer, or it's just a one-time pay? So what does the future hold for us in 3D house printing? Well, for a starter, 3D house printing reduces time and use to build houses, which means it's more affordable for a new homeowner than ever before.